It feels like everywhere you turn online, someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Between the crazy headlines and too good to be true deals,
Yeah.
it's like a minefield out there.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, this concept of Fakefinder.
Fakefinder.
Yeah, it's this idea for a platform that could help us figure out what's real and what's fake online.
Interesting.
So it's all laid out in this article we found, and it got us thinking, how could something like this actually work?
Well, the article describes Fakefinder as like a one-stop shop for verifying information.
Okay, so like fact-checking websites.
Kind of, but way more ambitious.
How so?
Well, it wants to tackle all sorts of misinformation, not just fake news articles.
So what else? Like, what are we talking?
Think scam phone numbers, those annoying robocalls.
Ugh. Yeah, those are the worst.
And then there's manipulated images and videos, deep fakes, stuff that can really fool you.
That's scary, honestly. Like, how are you supposed to know what's real anymore?
Well, that's where Fakefinder comes in.
Okay, but how? I mean, I get fact-checking websites, but this sounds like a whole other level.
The big idea here is using AI.
AI, artificial intelligence.
Exactly. The article talks about how AI could be the key to sifting through all the junk and figuring out what's legit.
Okay, I'm listening, but I'm not really a tech person, so you're going to have to break this down for me.
Sure. So think of AI as like a super-powered detective.
A detective.
Yeah, it can analyze text images, even audio, looking for clues that something's fishy.
I guess I can see that, like, AI could learn the signs of a fake news story or something.
Exactly. The article gives an example of how AI could analyze the language in fake news articles.
So, like, looking for those clickbaity headlines?
Yeah, things like that. Sensationalized language,
Mhm.
lack of sources, emotional manipulation, all those red flags.
So it's like AI could pick up on the patterns that humans might miss.
Precisely. And it's not just text. It could analyze images and videos, too.
Oh, so it could spot those deepfakes? The ones that look so real.
Absolutely. AI can analyze facial movements, lighting, audio discrepancies, all sorts of things.
That's pretty wild, like giving Fakefinder X-ray vision to see through the fakeness.
Exactly. And it would need to be constantly learning and adapting.
Oh, right, because scammers and stuff are always coming up with new tricks.
Exactly. That's why Fakefinder would need to be on the cloud so it can update in real time.
Real time, huh? So it's like this constantly evolving AI detective working around the clock to keep us safe.
You got it.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how the tech could work, but let's get real here for a second.
What do you mean?
Building something like this sounds expensive. Who's going to pay for all of this?
That's a great question. And the article actually gets into some interesting ideas for how Fakefinder could make money.
Okay, I'm all ears because I got to be honest, I'm a bit skeptical.
Well, one idea is affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, like what does that even mean?
So Fakefinder could partner with cybersecurity companies, the ones that offer things like VPNs, password managers, identity theft protection.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of those.
And they could offer those services to users of Fakefinder.
So it's like you're not just telling people about scams, but also giving them the tools to protect themselves.
Exactly. It's a win-win. The people get protection, and Fakefinder gets a cut of the sales.
Smart. I like it. What else did they come up with?
Another idea is a tiered subscription model.
Tiered subscriptions, so like different levels of access.
Yes. You could have a free basic version of Fakefinder and then offer premium tiers with more advanced features.
Ooh, like what kind of advanced features are we talking?
Well, think more in-depth verification tools,
Mhm.
detailed reports on specific scams, maybe even priority support.
That sounds kind of tempting, actually. I could see that being valuable for certain people.
Exactly. They could even create custom packages for different types of users, like
Yeah.
businesses, journalists, researchers, anyone who needs that extra level of assurance.
So Fakefinder could be like a whole ecosystem almost.
Exactly. And the article mentions a couple other revenue streams, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
They talk about ethical advertising, partnering with legitimate news outlets or educational resources.
So basically using the platform to promote good information instead of bad.
Exactly. And they also mention the possibility of working with businesses.
Businesses, how would that work?
Well, businesses could use Fakefinder to vet potential partners or employees, make sure they're not dealing with scammers or fraudsters.
Ah, that makes sense. So Fakefinder could be this multifaceted platform helping individuals and businesses alike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The possibilities are pretty exciting.
I'm starting to get on board with this idea, but let's shift gears for a second. We've
Yeah.
talked about the money stuff, but what about the actual development of Fakefinder? Like, how do we get from this idea to a real working platform?
Yeah, That's a whole other can of worms.
So where do we even start?
Well, the article suggests starting with a prototype.
A prototype, like a test version.
Exactly. They mention using a platform like bubble.io to build a basic version of Fakefinder and see how it works.
Okay, that makes sense. But once you have a prototype, then what?
Then comes the real heavy lifting. You got to integrate those AI models we talked about, build a database that can handle all that information, and design a user-friendly interface.
So we're talking serious tech skills here, right?
Oh, absolutely. You'd need developers, designers, data scientists, the whole shebang.
And that's not cheap, I'm guessing.
You're telling me. The article gives some rough cost estimates, and let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart.
Give me the numbers, I'm ready.
Okay, so a very basic Fakefinder, something pretty bare bones, could cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000.
Okay, that's not too bad, I guess, but I have a feeling it goes up from there.
Oh, it does. If you want something more mid-level with more advanced AI features, you're looking at 20,000 to 50,000 euro face.
Oof. Okay, so starting to get a bit pricey.
And if you want the full-blown Fakefinder experience, all the bells and whistles, the top-of-the-line AI, the works, you're talking well over $50,000.
Yikes. That's a serious investment. I'm starting to see why Fakefinder is still just an idea.
It's a big undertaking, no doubt. But imagine the impact it could have.
I know it's exciting to think about, but I also have to wonder about the potential downsides. Could there be unintended consequences to relying so heavily on AI to tell us what's true?
You've hit on a crucial point, and it's one the article addresses head-on.
Oh, I have a feeling this is where things get a bit less rosy.
Well, let's just say there are some serious challenges that the creators of Fakefinder would need to consider very carefully.
Okay, spill the beans. What kind of challenges are we talking about?
Well, one of the biggest things they talk about is data accuracy. Like, how do we make sure Fakefinder is actually giving us reliable information?
Yeah, because what's the point if it's just spitting out more misinformation, right?
Exactly. And the article raises the issue of bias. If the data that Fakefinder is trained on is biased, then the results could be skewed too.
So it's like garbage in, garbage out.
Pretty much, they emphasize the need for really diverse data sources and constant monitoring to make sure things stay neutral.
Okay, so it's not just about the AI, it's about the humans behind it, making sure it's fed the right information.
Exactly. Human oversight is key. They even talk about the need for human fact-checkers to double-check the AI's findings.
So it's like a partnership, almost AI and humans working together to fight misinformation.
That's the idea. But even with all that, there's still a risk that Fakefinder could get something wrong.
And what happens then?
Well, that's where the legal stuff comes in. The article mentions the possibility of defamation lawsuits.
Defamation. Like if Fakefinder says something is false and it turns out it's not.
Exactly. The person or organization behind that content could sue Fakefinder for damaging their reputation.
Ouch. So there's some serious legal risks involved.
Absolutely. Fakefinder would need a team of lawyers to make sure they're not stepping on any toes.
Man, this is getting complicated. It's not just about building the tech, it's about navigating all these legal and ethical minefields.
You got it. But let's zoom out for a second and think about the bigger picture.
Okay.
What if Fakefinder actually worked? Like, what would that mean for the internet?
That's a good question. I guess it could be pretty revolutionary.
It could change the way we consume information entirely.
How so?
Imagine being able to instantly check if a news article is real or fake before you share it.
That would be amazing. No more accidentally spreading misinformation.
Exactly. It could help slow down the spread of fake news and create a more informed public.
Okay, that sounds pretty great. But you said it could be disruptive too. What did you mean by that?
Well, think about the impact on social media platforms and news outlets.
What do you mean?
If people start relying on Fakefinder to filter their news feeds, it could completely change the game.
So like Fakefinder could become the ultimate judge of what's true and what's not.
It's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And that raises some interesting questions about power and control.
Yeah, like who gets to decide what Fakefinder considers true or false?
Exactly. And how do we make sure it's not being manipulated for someone's own agenda?
So even if Fakefinder could solve the problem of misinformation, it might create a whole new set of problems.
Yeah, it's a bit of a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're trying to fix one thing, but we might end up breaking something else in the process.
It's like that saying, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. Technology is a double-edged sword. It can be incredibly powerful, but it's not always a straightforward solution.
Man, this Fakefinder thing is way more complicated than I initially thought.
It's a good reminder that technology isn't neutral. It's shaped by the people who create it and the values they bring to the table.
So where do we go from here? We've talked about the potential benefits of Fakefinder, but also the huge challenges and ethical questions it raises.
It's a lot to unpack, for
Yeah.
sure, and the article doesn't really offer any easy answers.
So is Fakefinder just a pipe dream then?
I don't know. I think it's more like a thought experiment, a way to make us think critically about the problem of misinformation.
I see what you mean. Instead of just saying, here's the solution, it's making us ask tough questions.
Exactly. Questions about technology, ethics, power, and the very nature of truth.
Wow. Okay, my brain is officially full. I need a break after this one.
I hear you. But hey, at least it's got us thinking right.
It definitely has. So what now?
Well, I think the next step is to hear from you, our listeners.
Oh, yeah. What do you all think about Fakefinder? Would you use it? What concerns do you have?
Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Because ultimately, the future of technology is shaped by all of us.
It's not just about the tech itself. It's about the choices we make and the conversations we have.
Well said. So with that in mind, let's wrap up this deep dive into Fakefinder.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, keep asking questions, stay curious, and don't believe everything you see online.
Until next time, keep diving deep. I gotta say, my head's spinning a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
On the one hand, I love the idea of Fakefinder. Me
Right.
too. Like, imagine a world where we could just check if something's true or not instantly.
Right. No more falling for scams or fake news.
It would be so empowering.
Hmm.
But then we get into all the details and it's like, whoa, hold on a sec.
It gets complicated fast.
Yeah, there are so many potential problems. Data bias, legal issues, who's in control of the platform. It's a bit overwhelming.
Definitely a lot to think about.
So is Fakefinder even possible? Or is it just a nice idea that will never actually work?
Honestly, I don't think the article gives a clear answer.
You think it's intentional?
Maybe. I kind of feel like they're using Fakefinder to make us think about the bigger picture. You know?
Like, instead of giving us a solution, they're presenting us with a problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're saying, hey, this misinformation thing is a mess and it's not going to be easy to fix.
I guess that's fair. It's definitely got me thinking.
And that's kind of the point,
Mhm.
right? To spark a conversation about these complex issues.
True. So what do we do with all of this? We've talked about the potential of Fakefinder, but also the challenges and the ethical questions it raises.
Well, now it's your turn, dear listener.
Yeah, what do you think?
If Fakefinder existed, how would you use it?
Would you check every news article before you read it? Every social media post before you like it?
Would you use it to vet your online dates? Your business partners?
Would it make you feel safer online? Or would it just make you more paranoid?
It's not an easy question.
But it's a really important one.
Because at the end of the day, technology is what we make it.
It's up to us to decide how we use it and what kind of future we want to create.
So let's keep thinking about Fakefinder and all the questions it raises.
Keep having those conversations, keep challenging each other, and keep pushing for a better online world.
We're all in this together.
That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Fakefinder.
It's been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep diving deep. Stay curious and don't believe everything you see online.